Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ebony Man 2K, aka that Jolly Rancher, aka Pretty Ricky, what they call me, and aka the original king of receipts. I welcome you to my channel. Today I will be addressing the controversial YouTuber Just Pearly Things, who is being recently called out as a phony, hypocrite, and a liar. These claims about Pearl have been documented with detailed receipts from me and other YouTubers like Brittany Venti. However, Pearl has yet to respond with a constructive rebuttal to these claims, but chooses to strike down reactors' channels as a means to silence her critics. She's out on missions to retaliate against critics behind the scenes in true narcissistic form. Well, today I will expose Just Pearly Things even further. It has been her contention that all this fuss about her interview with Nick Fuentes was all blown out of proportion and pushed back on some of his racist comments was because she didn't necessarily agree with him, and she believed in his freedom of speech and his freedom to speak his mind on her platform. And I'll inform you that this notion from Pearl is a bunch of bullshit. I'm about to show you a video that she has deleted from her YouTube channel where she goes in details that the history of slavery in America was somewhat of a myth and embellished in its characterization, trying to influence a young, naive black girl with references and bullshit narratives from selected sources. The mind-fucking that Pearl attempts in this video is embarrassing and comes off as worse than Nick's performance in his interview with Pearl. I want you to watch closely Pearl's movements and her eyes as she tries to brainwash this young black girl. In this video, Pearl looks possessed and high on Percocet. It is definitely not a good look for Pearl, and I can see why she deleted the video. Luckily, the YouTuber Mike TV had an old copy of the video where he did a reaction to it. Now I will play his version of the video now. Let's get it.
The group that derived also from slavery from the West Indies, why do they white, or they're at least equal?
Okay.
Why do you think black people into the slave trade? They weren't thinking, oh, they're black, I shouldn't. They're thinking, let me get this bag. Right? Don't clip me.
Too late.
They're the weaker people. I mean, why do you think black people sold black people into the slave trade? They weren't thinking, oh, they're black, I think, let me get this bag.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. Don't clip me.
And maybe she feels emboldened to speak like because she has her token black friend up there. I don't know what it is, guys. I don't know. White woman in Europe thinks that she can speak about foundational black American history when it doesn't seem to know a damn thing.
Like, well, why are you talking about slavery? Like, your people were the ones that put us there. You don't know nothing.
What did I do? I'm Irish. I'm Irish.
Have you ever had someone?
We didn't have any slaves.
Have you ever had someone
German.
say, but you're...
Yeah, true, pretty girl. Yeah, blows my mind. She got her token black friend up there, her token puppet, so that she can say, I'm not racist, guys. Look, I have a black person next to me. So this is, don't cancel me, right? Come on now. Yes, Gemini, it is ignorant. Ignorance in its finest. Yes. Yes, No Filter says, look at Keisha laughing at that. Like, it's funny. Yeah, exactly. Laughing harder than the Lennon. Come on. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Let's jump into the full footage.
I mean, why do you think black people sold black people into the slave trade? They weren't thinking, oh, they're black, I shouldn't. They're thinking, let me get this bag.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, sorry. Don't clip me.
Yeah. Oh gosh,
because they had.
And she knew, even with her token black puppet friend up there, that she was still talking some BS because, oh, don't clip me, don't clip me. Too late, honey boo boo child. You done got clipped up. We heard what you said. And I don't know how you can refute this footage. I don't know how you can explore your way out of this. You talking about something that not in your wheelhouse. You're supposed to be a life day coach. Why you thought it'd be cute to have a segment with your little chicken black puppet and laugh and talk about
slaves. So they had slaves.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like, no, they didn't have it, but
they weren't loyal to them because they had the skin color.
Yeah, because we're not even 100% loyal to ourselves now. And
look what they do to Candace Owens.
My goodness. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Look what they do to Candace Owens. Oh my gosh, this woman is so ignorant. I gotta run that back. She's saying black people aren't loyal to people, and she uses Candace Owens as an example. The treatment of Candace Owens as an example. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they didn't. They didn't have it.
Loyal to them just because they had the skin color.
Yeah, because we're not even 100% loyal to ourselves now. And
look how she's intensely staring at the black girl like she's trying to like brainwash her or something, subvert her thinking. I mean, it's just really weird how she's intently staring at her as she
yeah.
I'm like,
what's going on?
They didn't have it, but
we're loyal to them just because they had the same skin color.
We're not even 100% loyal to ourselves now.
It's uncomfortable to watch.
Look what they do to Candace Owens.
My goodness. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
As by the peoples of the Middle East, for at least 6 centuries before the first African was brought to the Western Hemisphere. The modern, by large, Europeans enslaved other Europeans, Asians enslaved other Asians.
Look there when this little dot. Why is this what she doesn't understand? I don't know. 86 is Lloyd's of London OFBA Trillions Facts. She's in the UK and talk about this as if she knows what she's talking about, guys. Here's a little teaser. Later on, this woman says that the only reason that slavery ended was because of the British. She says that the British slavery would have never ended if it wasn't for the British abolishing it. Yeah, okay, we're gonna get there.
Western Hemisphere enslaved other indigenous peoples of the Western Hemisphere. Slavery was not based on race, much less on theories about race. Only relatively late in history did enslavement across racial lines occur on such a scale as to promote an ideology of racism that outlasted the institution of slavery itself.
The black girl looks so confused, so perplexed. Yeah, she got old girl up there looking like a damn fool. Look at her. Yeah.
So, a thought came to my brain. So,
you
going
have
off what we said, how
thoughts.
it was a more vulnerable type of people. Do you think brought over to America?
Do you think that the people that were brought over
were the more vulnerable? They were able to be more like malleable to.
Were the more vulnerable? They can be more malleable.
A different life because they were
to a different life. Do you think they were weaker so they can be more malleable to a different life? Oh my gosh, they're enslaved. What are you talking about? Do you think they were just weaker to be malleable to a different? Oh my gosh,
weaker and I think they were to be controlled.
Able to be controlled more? Let me check. Somebody kidnapped you. Do you think you would be perceived as weaker, they're captured and easily able to be controlled as they have knifed you? What are you talking about? Why are you asking this white girl this? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why these ignorant questions? Second of all, why are you asking, oh girl? I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. Let me run that back.
Think
Drinking ice water flushes 67 pounds of fat. People are fled.
The people that were brought over to America were the more vulnerable. That way they were able to be more like malleable to a different life because they were weaker and everything. They were able to be controlled.
I'm partially, I think
that's why they were able to be more malleable, different stuff. Okay, let's see what she has to say about our cold.
kids with immigrant in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
How long does their culture really last? And it's always watered down with their kids. Like if you meet a Nigerian American kid,
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 generations.
Relevance, Your Honor. I don't understand how bringing up first, second generation immigrants has anything to do with the ignorant black girl statements about, do you think that they were weaker so they were more malleable to a different lifestyle? I mean,
They're not really that Nigerian. Like I'm not really that Irish or that German. We have a couple traditions here and there, and like we like corned beef, but I don't really do shit from like I just consider myself American.
Yeah,
you can't like I don't know how much you can pass down if you're in a completely different place as a
and yes, God's gift, she looked weak as hell asking old Mayo girl the questions, like as if she has the answers on. I mean, okay.
kid.
I see it a lot with I see a lot of Mexican and Asian culture. Like they'll keep some tradition, but in terms of like speaking the language, I've met like second generation Mexican Americans and they're like, yeah, I don't speak Spanish. I'm like, how do you not speak Spanish? And it was like their parents or grandparents never taught them because of they.
Okay, I don't understand what they're rambling about now. She's first talking about, do you think the slaves were weaker? That's why they were easily more malleable. The white chick segues this into talking about culture. Now they're talking about Mexicans, culture, and they're just all over the place. They're just all over the damn place.
In the States, and they wanted them to fit in. Just, man, it's a lot. Wow.
Wherever a separate people were enslaved, they were disdained or despised, whether they were different by country, religion, caste, race, or tribe. In East Africa, the Maasai were feared slave raiders, and other African tribes, either alone or in conjunction with Arabs, enslaved their more vulnerable neighbors. As late as 1891, it was reported.
I bet you this white bro is gonna try to use what some East Africans did as far as slaving their neighbors that they conquer. I bet you she's gonna try to use this for some whataboutism. See, black people had slaves too. What about?
Reported that Manyuema had demoralized surrounding tribes, destroying crops, and famine reigned everywhere. Even in the early 20th century, Abyssinians were still raiding other Africans and carrying off slaves. It was 1922 before the British had gained sufficient control in Tanganyika to stamp out slavery there. Arabs were the leading slave in East Africa, ranging over an area larger than all of Europe. The total number exported from East Africa during the 19th century estimated to be at least 2 million. The form in which the story of slavery has reached most people today has been along the lines of the best-selling book and widely watched television miniseries Roots by
Look like 2 damn airheads up there, y'all. I mean, give me a 1 in the chat if you think they both look like some airheads, especially old Mayo girl on the right. She just looks like a deer in headlights. She just looks, oh my gosh, can she wipe that look off her face? Can she? I wonder. I see a 1. Yeah, Shatira says it looks like they're thinking about absolutely nothing. Facts. I see some more ones. They look like airheads, y'all. They look totally mindless up there, just the flashy thing in their eyes or something. Man, it's confusion. Yeah, they look alike. Exactly. Dumb and Dumber. And we got some more ones.
Alex Haley. Challenged on the historical accuracy of Roots, Haley said, "I tried to give my people a myth to live by. This instrumental use of history, or..."
So
why is the white girl laughing? Why is that funny? What was just said about the transatlantic slave trade? What was just said about Roots? What was just said that was funny? If she was discussing what happened in Germany with that one party, we won't talk about. If we talk about the German atrocities, I don't know if she would speak about it with a smile on her face like this, guys. Why does this Mayo woman have a smile on her face as she talks about our oppression, as our suffering is discussed? Why does she have a... The black girl looks totally confused. The black girl looks like this is her first time learning anything about foundational Black American culture. But the white girl looks so happy. What is funny to her? I want to know. I haven't heard anything that was humorous yet. But something is funny to you. Okay. Something's funny to you. Confession says she's weird AF. Yeah, she's real weird. Look at her. What is funny? What is funny? Not this fight. Yeah, just pearly things, right? Yeah, the pearly whites. Look at her. She is how can publicly talk about all this stuff that I was afraid to say. Come on, true pretty girl. She's getting that black man clears about black. Well, yeah, she looks like she's getting off on this. Mm-mm-mm. Why is she laughing?
So he a myth.
Sorry.
So
This isn't funny, but
No.
And she knows not funny. Why are you laughing then? Why are you laughing? Come on. Come on. Tanya says, gosh, I need to repeat because yeah. Come on. I'll give you a quick recap. We got some white rod who got talking about foundational Black American history.
It's them that like holding them back. But if that was true, a group that just derived also from West Indies, why did they outpace whites or at least equal? Why do you think black people sold black people into the slave trade? They weren't thinking, oh, they're black, I shouldn't. They're thinking, let me get this bag. Don't clip me, don't clip me. They're weaker people. I mean, why do you think black people sold black people into the slave trade? They weren't thinking, oh, you're black, I shouldn't get this bag.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not, sorry. Don't clip me, don't clip me.
Like, well, why are you talking about slavery? Like, your people were the ones that put us there. You don't know nothing.
What did I do? I'm Irish. I'm Irish.
Have you ever had someone?
We didn't have any slaves.
Have you ever had someone
German.
say? But you're.
Look how she tries to be blissful in her. Oh, I'm just Irish. I ain't German. No, you're just a dumb. You just an ignorant ass, and you know it. And I'm gonna expose you for it.
So, okay. My first question is why that last bit that he was talking about when he was saying the Europeans came to East Africa to get slaves. That's
to stamp out slavery.
To stamp. What does it mean by stamp out slavery?
England stopped slavery.
Okay, so they came to East Africa to stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Slavery wouldn't have been stopped.
Yes, y'all. Yes, this dumb just said that England stopped slavery. Hold up.
Stopped without England. They policed. Okay. They had no real incentive to stop it because they really didn't have that many slaves.
Gotcha.
And
I'm gonna run that back. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Slavery wouldn't have been stopped without England. They policed. Okay. They had no real incentive to stop it because they really didn't have that many slaves.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't a big thing in England. And what they did was they policed the slave trade waters. And they also
so England is just Captain America. England just stopped the slave trade and policed the. What are you talking about, you ignorant? I don't understand where she's getting this from, y'all. Actually, if she knew anything about history, in one of the colonies or settlements or whatever you want to call it, one of the places that Britain had control over was Jamaica. And Jamaica had a huge revolution in 1831 that was bloody. And after that bloody revolution, Britain said, you know what? I think we should abolish our part in the slave trade after we revolted and rebelled. So why is she up here trying to make it seem like the British are just altruistic and just wanted to slap her? What are you talking about, you ignorant ass? Just close your mouth. Just please close your mouth. Stop it. Stop it. And look how she intently stares at the black girl as she tries to brainwash her, just intently trying to penetrate her mind with her ignorance.
To stamp. What does it mean by stamp out slavery?
England stopped slavery.
Okay, so they came to East Africa to stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Slavery wouldn't have been stopped without England. They policed. Okay. They had no real incentive to stop it because they really didn't have that many slaves.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't a big thing in England. And what they did was they policed the slave trade waters, and they also stopped it in other places.
Okay, gotcha.
Which was huge at the time because
she is so ignorant. Yes, Africa. Yes. Come on. And she wants to talk about she's Irish and she wants to talk about she's German. Do you know what they did in Africa? Do you know about Leopold? Oh, come on. She's so ignorant.
No, it had never. It's just always existed.
Second question.
Okay.
What's the definition of a myth? To make sure that I'm understanding.
Now this black girl is so stupid, she has to ask the got her, look at her, she's so stupid. She'll believe anything I say, guys. The definition of a myth is this dumb, ignorant doesn't even know what the definition of a myth is, guys. Look, I got my token black. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. I found my token black. I've got a Keisha who has no brains, and she will do what I want. She will say what I want, and she'll sit up here like a puppet, like a puppet on Sesame Street. Come on, guys. This is ridiculous. Now she's going to ask her what's the definition of a myth.
The word.
Yeah, it's like a fake story, basically.
It can't be. It can't. That's not the definition.
I don't
know.
No,
I'm playing.
She doesn't believe that the definition of a myth is a fake story. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I should have known that that black girl was ignorant because she had to be ignorant to sit up here with that white girl and do this video. Yes.